What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Nerdy Birdie channel. I know it's been so long since I've done a video, but I am so excited for today's content because it's my first legit unboxing video. And I have to say, right off the bat, well, first off, welcome. If you're new here, the Nerdy Birdie YouTube channel is an extension of the Nerdy Birdie podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. And it's a show dedicated to talking with other creative people about their passions and letting other people know about them, basically. So it's the whole, I guess, credence is just, nerding out about the things that we're most passionate about and embracing the things that we love that make us who we are. So that's a big part of what Nerdy Birdie is. A lot of, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of the aesthetic is surrounded behind or around video games and pop culture and scary, creepy things. So those are the sort of things that I love. So a lot of that aesthetic plays through on my channel, and we'll get into it in the show as we go on. In fact, a lot of people have been asking me why video games play such a heavy theme in the Nerdy Birdie aesthetic, and you'll see why in the Christmas special that comes out on Christmas Eve. So stick around for that because I'm very excited. I'm filming, well, I'm not sure if I'm filming, but I'm definitely recording an episode with a couple of my very best friends in this whole world, and I'm so excited to get that content out to you. But we'll get into that when we get closer to the day, even though it's actually not that far off, is it? But today we are going to be unboxing something that I've been waiting so long to get. I've been falling down an Etsy rabbit hole as of late, and I don't always have the best luck with Etsy because I have tried to get gifts for people from Etsy on a couple of occasions over the years, and they don't always work out because it ends up being something broken, or it's not what I thought it was gonna be, so it ends up being a waste of money. So I don't always, in my world, Etsy's always like a great idea, but that's it. But I've been but I like looking anyways because I just like seeing what people make. I'm very fascinated and entranced by watching people craft things that, I would never think of. And just basically just any type of craftsmanship, even if it's something I don't care about, I just like watching. I'm just interested in looking at how they do it. I don't get to see that on Etsy, but I do get to see what people, thought about and, brought to life. So in that sense, I still look at it even if I don't buy anything. But I've been buying a lot of stuff on Etsy the last month or two. So actually this year, I think I've just really got a good gold streak on Etsy, so my faith is renewed in what Etsy is supposed to be. And so the thing I got, which is right here, I have pre-opened it, but I have not unpacked the content, so I haven't actually had the object in my hand to actually play with and look at. So all of that's going to be in this video, but I will say that this is going to be a trending thing that I will be buying continuously because I have developed a new obsession with with tiny objects. I don't know why, but that's just something that right now is it's just gone haywire in my brain. I can't let it go, and I'm excited to unbox this mystery item with you. I mean, I know what it is, but you don't. You don't, but you will right now. I got a tiny Nintendo Switch. Yes, that's a thing that exists. You can buy tiny cons. You can buy almost a miniature version of just about anything you can think of on Etsy, and I don't know why that's a thing, but I am here for it. I'm obsessed with it, and I kind of just want tiny versions of everything that I love. And if you know me at all in real life, or if just by casual observance on any of my social media accounts, you know that I live and breathe for my Nintendo Switch. I am obsessed with it. I love it so much. It's the most fun I've had playing video games in years. And that kind of says a lot because I do really like video games. I think of myself slightly as more of a retro gamer, but just because by and large, I spend far more time rebuying or revisiting games that I used to play as a kid and rediscovering maybe some from that era that I never got to play. Because like I'll usually be playing my N64. If I go out to game shops, I'm looking at N64 games or PS2 games, whatever it may be. Game Boy Color games, like that's my shit. So I love all of that sort of things, but that's not to say I don't like modern gaming by any means. I actually really appreciate how far the technology and the craftsmanship for modern day gaming has come. I mean, I have a PS4 and I love that too. It's certainly a different ball game as far as gaming goes. It's far more tactile. It's far more serious than I remember it being as a kid, but I still, you know, participate in that world of gaming, just probably not to the extent of people who are real gamers, which I don't think is a fair thing to even be, because I think if all you care about is being good or just beating a game, like, it kind of takes the fun out of it. Like, I don't, like, there are some games I have still never beaten, but I still consider them some among my favorite games, because to me it's more about, you know, how you experience the game itself rather than how long it took you to win the game, or, you know, how good you were at doing it, how fast you were, you know, at completing something. I mean, because life already, you know, is a contest in a sense, you know what I mean? Like, you already have to spend so much of your life comparing yourself to others, or, well, you don't have to, but you know what I mean? The world does enough of that for you, and I feel like when you have your downtime and you're playing games, that should be the one place that you don't have to worry about whether or not you did things better, faster, or quicker than others. So I don't particularly care if I don't beat something or not, but if I do, cool. But and if it's a good game, I'll probably play it like a million more times. But Nintendo Switch really brought back it's kind of the best of both worlds for me. I get to experience modern gaming as far as the technology goes, and still have a lot of the nostalgia that made me like video games in the first place. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a Nintendo girl through and through. I love Sony, I love PlayStation, I hate Xbox. Don't even get me started with Xbox. I can't even, that'll be a whole other video. I can make an hour-long video about how much I hate the Xbox. But if Nintendo didn't exist, I'd be a PS4 through and through girl. I love them both, but if I had to pick one, Nintendo's where I'm at. I have far more to Nintendo products than any other of the, you know, any of all those of all those companies. I have far more Nintendo products than I have of anyone else's, and I love all of them. I have almost every Nintendo console, game, whatever that I've ever owned. I pretty much still have, with the exception of my Game Boy Advance, because I sold it at a garage sale like 7-10 years ago maybe, and I feel so bad just because today I want all of my games. Like, I would want to display all the games I have, because I'm really a big fan of handheld gaming. Like I suppose if you had to give me a gamer label, I would be a handheld gamer, hands down. I love being able to take my games wherever I go. Again, if you're someone who's close to me, or even if you casually observe me in the real world, I take everything with me. And it's just because I don't like to be bored. So I like the idea of just having everything with me all the time. So, like, no matter where I am, I can either play my games, I can work on my comics, I can be writing notes, I can work on my podcast, I can work on whatever I want, anywhere I am, no matter the circumstance, if it's applicable. So I just like having everything with me all the time. And yes, it causes me to have back issues, but that's another video that nobody wants or will ever ask me for. But without further ado, let's get into this fucking unboxing, shall we? Oh my god. Alright, you guys, so here is the package. I have my I have my actual Nintendo Switch right here, so we can do a scale comparison to the actual product itself. So here we go. And as you can see, like, I already kind of pre-opened it just to see, like, that everything's there, but I haven't actually opened the content itself. So hopefully everything looks great. So here we go. Here we go. I can't do the Mario voice. Wow, okay, so it's in a Ziploc bag. That's interesting, but we're not gonna judge. What matters is the product. Am I right, ladies? Okay. Wait, should I just close this? What a dummy. Actually, I don't know. Like, either way, it's like... I can't even... Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is supposed to be... Ooh, got a little smashy smash there, but... Okay, so this is supposed to be the Nintendo Switch packaging that, you know, the system comes in. I actually still have my Nintendo Switch box, because I don't know about you guys, but, like, for things that, like, I really wanted, like, product-wise, if it was something, I wouldn't say expensive, but if it's, like, a big deal purchase for me and it's something I've always wanted, I tend to keep the box. Like, I have the box for my iPhone 6 still. I have the box for my iPhone 10. I believe I still have, there aren't a whole lot of boxes I keep just because I don't like, I try not to be, you know, cluttered, but if it's really important, I'll keep it. But I have those boxes, and I for sure still have my Nintendo Switch box just like this. In fact, let me go get it because I have it on the wall in my apartment, just so we can actually see, like, the difference in size. So, here is the massive original box that the system came in, and here is the baby. Oh my gosh. That is the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen. Wow. Okay. So there's that. We have the little packaging. It looks a little tiny bit bent. I'm not gonna blame the vendor by any means, because like I know this was shipped from an Etsy vendor that's overseas. I believe this came from the UK. So like I wouldn't place the blame on the vendor by any means. I mean, there's like a tiny bit of scratching right here. There's a little bit of imperfection, but overall I'm still like really impressed that like someone was able to create virtually just a tiny little replica, even with like these little ads, like just the little promos at the bottom, and like not the promos, but like just like the machinery detailing and like the product detailing, just here on the bottom of the box. Like there's a whole lot of detail, even if you can't really read it. I can't read it in person, but like it's just the level of detail on it, to me, is forgivable that, you know, there's some little imperfections on it. And I mean, because like it's a tiny version and it got mailed from the UK, so I'm not surprised that it's a little bit damaged just because of the wear and tear of getting things shipped. But I think this is great. This is super cool. So this is the packaging for the mini Nintendo Switch. So let's keep going, because there is more in this little bag. So, gosh, the way I'm unboxing this is so difficult. Oh, okay. So here is, I got a little dust on my hands here. I don't know why. Hold on. Dealio is, okay. So here is here is the tiny Nintendo Switch dock. Now this is so cute. There's the Nintendo Switch logo, just like it is on the real one over here. Let me bring this a little bit closer. I mean, if you have a Nintendo Switch, I don't have to explain this to you, but I'm just comparing the level of detail here. So you can clearly see, you know, the logo just is here, just like this gray, right here in gray. This is clearly the charging dock. It looks like it's made of like foam and some type of paper. Wow, it even has, hold this on here. It even has the detailing where you could, on the back, where you can see where you would be able to open like this little port for the charging dock. That is so cute. I can't even, I'm just living for this right now. Okay, so so let's bring this a tiny bit closer. Just get the, so again, we have the little box that we unpacked earlier. We have a little charging dock. This is, oops, let me just get this camera a little bit focus here. Okay, bear with me, you guys. All right, here we go. So again, we have the little charging dock. We got the little box, and we go back in our packaging. Oh, here's the actual mini Nintendo Switch. How cute is that? Oh my god. So clearly, you can see the real one in the background. I got the neon version, just like mine. So I got the blue and the red controllers. Turn it around. They have the detailing of the little trigger buttons in the back. They even have little foam trigger buttons at the top. Even the little ports. What is with this dust on my hand? They even got the little ports at the top. Just like the real one, to detail like the little buttons and little plugins, whatever, the speakers. They got all of that down. The little triggers on the top here are made of foam. That is so cute. And I bet you can even, it even fits in the little charging dock. You guys, this is one of the best purchases I've ever made. I can't even deal. Oh my gosh. That is adorable. That is adorable. I can't. And there's still a couple more things in the bag, but it's like, how does this get better? But let's see. It looks like they gave me a couple of... Okay, so it comes with a couple of tiny games in this bag. It gave me a tiny Just Dance. Oh my gosh, this dust stuff. They gave me a tiny Just Dance. It's even got, you know, all the detailing on the bag as if it were a real... How did they do this? How did they do this? I don't even... I can't even begin to guess, like, how you would even be able to get all this detailing so small for a miniature version. So there's a tiny Just Dance copy of the Nintendo Switch game that comes with it. And let's see, there's also... They gave me a couple of them. Let's see. Oh my gosh. There's even a Just Dance little game, like the cartridge. Like a tiny ass Just Dance cartridge. Do you see this? Do you understand what is happening right now? I can't even deal. That is the cutest... I'm done. I could just stop right now. Like, I can't even deal. This is the cutest... I don't even, because like I'm pretty confident you can't put this in there. I mean, it's not like it's gonna do anything, but like I doubt that they went to the level of creating a slot that you could put the little game in. But that would be extra. That would be so extra. Besides, you know, this entire thing being extra. And let's see, they also gave me... Oh, okay. So they gave me a copy of Super Smash Brothers. That's nice. I don't even have the real one. I don't have any of these games so far in real life. So that's nice. So there's Super Smash Brothers. I got that. Move this over. I wonder if they gave me a tiny cartridge for each one. I can't even see what this one is. Yeah, it looks like this is the cartridge that comes with it. So it's looking like they created games and little miniature cartridges to go with each little game. And so the next one is, let's see, we got Overcooked, which I have not played, but I would like to, because I'm a big fan of the Cooking Mama franchise. I love cooking games. Don't at me, they're worthwhile if you haven't tried them. But I haven't played this one. I've heard good things about it. It's on my to-get list. This is probably one where I may get a digital copy over a physical one, because usually I like to get the physical copies of games. I don't like digital codes, but this might be one of those I make an exception on. But we'll see. But that's super cute. And again, there's little detailing on the back, and gosh, it even looks like the plastic casing that these games actually come in too. That's wild. And it looks like there's a tiny Overcooked game cartridge that comes with it, just like the other 3. I'm actually surprised because like I knew that these came with like little miniature games, but I thought they only had 2. So they gave me more than I certainly expected to get, that's for sure. It looks like they also gave me a Banjo-Kazooie. That's cute. It does not look like, it looks like the last 2 games they gave me don't have cartridges, but that's fine. I don't even know what to do with these little cartridges yet, but I think they threw in some extra games for me. So yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, there's that. There's detailing on the back, just like the other games, of course. And then the last game is Zelda. This one is, this is so cute. Can't even deal, which is nice, but I'm also confused because when I purchased this or made the purchase request, I was hoping that they would give me specific games, because I wasn't sure if they would give me I wasn't sure if they took game requests for the miniatures. So like I asked if they would give me Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey, but that didn't clearly happen. I think like this one might be the closest they could give me to Zelda Ocarina of Time. Oh my god, Breath of the Wild. Ocarina of Time is my favorite Zelda game, but I was hoping that I would get that version of Zelda. I mean, I like that they gave me a version of Zelda, period, even if it wasn't the one I initially wanted, but like I'm glad that I got one at all. Like any Zelda game, honestly, for the Switch, I'd be happy with for miniature purposes. But this is so cool. I can't even deal. So yeah, so basically, let me get this camera off here. We have, let me unplug this really quick. There we go. So here is, in its full glory, we got the Nintendo Switch package, a Nintendo Switch dock, a Nintendo Switch proper in its mini size, up to scale with the real one itself. Let me put the here we go. It came with these 5 games, 3 little mini game cartridges, and honestly, this is one of the best things I've ever bought. Like, I can't explain my love for tiny things. I know there's this whole big thing with like mini kitchens that people were making tiny food on, but honestly, getting replicas of like little games or just objects in general that you love deeply, I think is just fun, because now like my Nintendo Switch has a baby. Like, how fucking cute is that? I can't even. Well, that was it, guys. Thanks for tuning in to my first unboxing video of tiny objects. I plan to do plenty more of these tiny object unboxing videos in the ongoing future because I just love them. I think they're so cute, and I mean, who wouldn't want this in their life? You know what I mean? Like, no one is gonna expect you to pull out a tiny Nintendo Switch ever, and I just think the idea of just having this tiny little, it makes you look overgrown, you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's the funniest little thing. It would look cute on a desk or just anywhere in your house. I'm probably gonna keep mine with my actual Nintendo Switch, I'm not totally sure. But I mean, how fucking cute is that? I can't, like, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I can't totally explain myself as to why I love these so much, but I have so many more coming. I have already purchased some other tiny things that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the tiny Nintendo Switch. Would you buy it? What would you want to get a tiny miniature version of if you could? And of course, I do want to also take time to thank my sponsor, Mermaid Straw. Mermaid Straw is an eco-friendly company that creates stainless steel and glass straws as waste-free, plastic-free alternatives to plastic straws in an effort to clean up our oceans and save the marine world that inhabits our oceans, that suffer the most from having plastic waste in our oceans to begin with. If you want to support Mermaid Straw, you can follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Mermaid Straw. You can go to their site. Your first Mermaid Straw is free. You just pay shipping, and it's about maybe $5 tops. But if you use my code, it'll be the Hero 10. That's an additional 10% off your purchase if you go to mermaidstraw.com. So I want to thank them for being a sponsor of the Nerdy Birdie Show, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Let me know what you'd like to see me do next. Do you want to see more reviews? Do you want to see do you want to see more unboxing videos? Do you want to see more interviews? Do you want to see the Nerdy Birdie podcast become a visual part of the YouTube channel? Let me know in the comments below. I'm excited to hear your feedback, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video.